Today I'm going to rank my top 10 Warner Bros. Movie World rides. To make it fun, I'm going to count both closed rides and prime versions of rides that have changed over the years. For example, I will not be rating Scooby Doo based on Next Generation, ugh. Also, this is just the rides I've personally ridden, so some rides like Gremlins will sadly not make the list. Anyhow, let's get to it. Number 10. Justice League. When this dark ride opened, I was a big fan of it. It had some great theming, and it was awesome to finally have a dark ride at the park. But since then, it's aged very badly in my opinion. You know, with its clunky gameplay and badly maintained effects. Even as a dark ride fanboy, I just don't enjoy riding this anymore. Not a bad ride, just very outdated and clunky, with some awful throughput due to its low capacity. Number 9. Flight of the Wicked Witch. As of recording, this is one of the newest rides at the park. A fantastic Vekoma suspended family coaster. It's thrilling, smooth, has a well-themed indoor queue. You know, why isn't this higher? Well, the subpar station theming and slow operations really knocked this ride down a few points for me. It's a good ride, but honestly I still prefer its sister coaster, TNT at Gumbaya World, due to its better theming and presentation. Number 8. Roadrunner roller coaster. Ah, Roadrunner, what a classic. I remember watching this get built and finally getting to ride it was an awesome feeling. It's a basic Vekoma family coaster, but also a very fun one, with an awesome first drop and some surprisingly intense elements, as far as family coasters go anyway. Ride-wise, I do prefer Wicked Witch, but honestly, the presentation and fast operations have pushed Roadrunner a point higher for me. Number 7. Green Lantern Coaster. I really like this one. It's a unique version of the S&S El Loco. It often gets an unfair reputation for its terrible reliability and scary intense elements. But, well, for the elements at least, that's exactly why I like it. It's a lot of fun, smooth, and very thrilling. The queue's pretty good, but sadly the theming is Six Flags level of awful, and it's rarely open, which really keeps it down the list. Number 6. Batman Adventure The Ride. Batman's my favourite superhero, and honestly this ride must have started it all for me, because I rode it before watching the films or seeing the show. This was a simulator, and honestly, while it didn't compare to the similar Star Tours at Disney, the film itself was solid, featuring some fantastic practical effects. You know, it looked like it came straight out of one of Tim Burton's films. Like the original Star Tours, it also felt real. You know, there wasn't much CGI or anything like that. One of the many aspects this ride did do well was the atmosphere. You know, waiting outside Wayne Manor under the shade of the trees, going indoors to the big library with classical music playing. It was all dark and it really felt like you were part of the film. And then going into the Batcave and seeing Batman himself, oh, what a moment. To this day, it's one of the most atmospheric rides I've ever done. I really miss it. Number 5. Superman Escape. I love this coaster so much. It's a classic Intamin hydraulic launch coaster. It took me about 14 years to ride it because my family were all wusses, but it was worth the wait for sure. The launch is bonkers. The layout is short but sweet with some awesome forces and amazing pops of airtime. And it's probably one of the best themed extreme coasters in the world, having a really cool dark ride section at the beginning. Why isn't this higher? Well, I'm not huge on short rides. You know, I just wish the coaster section was a bit longer. The queue is also a horrific slow mover, made even worse with them banning loose articles, so you know you don't have anything to do in the cramped unthemed queue with Movie World's signature slow operations. As of recording, the ride is currently closed with no reopening date. Let's hope they can get it back open soon and that it doesn't suffer the same fate as its fellow hydraulic launch coasters. Number 4. Looney Tunes River Ride. You know Rise of the Resistance at Disney, where it's a full-blown attraction before you even get on the ride? Well, Looney Tunes Studio Tour did that first. Your tour of the Looney Tunes Studios gets cut short as Bugs Bunny has gone missing. You then take a digging machine to Australia, which always confused the heck out of me as a kid, and appear in the dark Aussie wilderness. Not exactly where one would expect a Looney Tunes ride to be, but it really worked. You sit in boats and go past a lot of well-themed show scenes, with the finale being this awesome moment where you literally get surrounded by waterfalls while your boat gets elevated upwards. The ride then turns into a mini roller coaster style section. What the heck? How was this done in the early 90s? What a fantastic ride, and one that would still be impressive today if it was open. But Movie World replaced it with a junior driving school, which honest to God might be one of the biggest theme park blunders in history. Like, what were they thinking? Number 3. Wild West Falls. Now, I mean the ride in its prime, so sadly not in the last 20 years. When this opened, it was an incredible world-class ride. The facade was amazing, the boats were comfortable, and it was a long, varied ride experience. Unlike any log flume I had done before, with a crazy backwards drop, good immersive, albeit weird and confusing theming, with some awesome effects. I'll never forget going up the lift hill seeing literal sparks go off. And of course, the large final drop, perfect for those warm Gold Coast days. The ride's fall from grace has been incredibly sad to watch. Number 2, Scooby Doo Spooky Coaster. Again, like Wild West Falls, this is based on the original version of the ride, not next generation. I don't know how 3.0 will change things yet, but the original ride was incredible. A really unique and immersive dark ride slash coaster hybrid, themed to one of my favourite live action films, even to this day. It has an awesome facade, an interesting enough queue, a very atmospheric station, and a very spooky ghost train section leading to a tilting elevator, which blew my mind as a kid due to how high-tech it felt. The disco coaster room was so much fun, with the whole experience being endlessly re-rideable, which is what I often did. You know, me and my friends would lap it over and over again right before the park closed when it was a walk-on. When I used to work near Movie World, I'd pop in during my lunch break just for a ride or two on Scooby. I really miss the Prime version of Scooby. Here's hoping 3.0 can bring back some of that magic. Back in the day, it was probably the best Wild Mouse coaster in the world. Number 1, DC Rivals Hypercoaster. And yes, number 1 goes to the Joker coaster itself, DC Rivals, the world-famous Mark Hypercoaster. This is a special ride to me. During the 2010s, I spent most of my time in another country, and seeing DC Rivals pop up in Movie World basically had me drooling at the mouth. What, one of the best roller coasters in the world is on the Gold Coast? Oh, I gotta get back and ride it. When I finally got the chance to ride it, it was 2020, shortly before the first coughs happened, and oh my golly, it was everything I could have hoped for. The first drop, bonkers. The non-inverting loop, so fun. The bunny hills at the end, crazy. While it's not exactly well themed, the sheer ride experience and the personal connection I have with the ride firmly places it at number 1. Sadly, I haven't ridden it since 2021 due to my balked back, but honestly, I think in the very near future I'll be able to ride it again. Oh, I can't wait. I love you, Joker Coaster. And that's my list, as of August 2025 anyway. What do you think? Do you agree with my picks or disagree? I'm genuinely interested in seeing your own top 10, so please let me know in the comments below. A big thank you to my YouTube members, the Ogre Bros and the Ogre Sisters, for your generous support. It really helps a lot and I deeply appreciate it. A big thank you to Straws, SW Stevie1, Artie Husky, Matt Jonas, Anti-Furry, TV, Reese is a Bomb, Dristan, Randall, Movies Like Everyone, I Liam's Law, Jack W, Kerry Jeckon, Koala75, Misty Yum Yum, Ches FS, Audrey Allen, Johnny Boy 175, Craig Head, Ashton, Senpai's JP Blue Dog, Skiddy Tonos, Jacqueline Bees, Senpai's JP Red Dog, Gaming with Nicholas, Quacktagonist, Sudden Someone, and 2 new members, Agent Cooper and Verifty, or is it VR-ifty? Anyway, thank you all so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Please consider watching another of my videos. I'll be sure to see you there. Have a great rest of your day. Ogre and out!